Hello there. Welcome to Balor Club. Alright, guys. MMC Podcast, episode number 12. I had to do it. I'm wearing my Balor Club shirt. You guys see it in the picture. Let's just start off. Can we describe what is going on in this picture? So, I feel like Braun Strowman has given us just an incredible amount of memories. The last, pay-per-view, again on Raw.
He's the best thing going right now. He's comic relief / impressive strength.
Guys, you see who's here today. I'm sorry I didn't break it down for you.
It's okay. They should know my voice by now.
They know Polarbear Steve.
They know on any wrestling podcast, Polarbear Steve's making an appearance.
Of course.
100%. Steve's no longer friend of the show. Now he's show.
Yeah.
Steve's just
I'm
show
just
now.
Regular show.
He's a regular show.
Host.
Yeah.
Nice.
Watch yourself.
Yeah.
I like it.
Polarbear Steve has been a part of a lot of stuff, all of our podcasts. He's been on some gaming stuff for WWE, which he's going to be in more now.
Which I deserve to have my title.
WWE.
Letting you guys keep it warm for me.
2K18. A lot of shit talk from a guy who's never won a match yet.
Hey, I was trapped under a ladder.
I won a match.
Break.
I don't know how, but I won a match.
But that was collusion because Ambrose and they were having a cough outside.
Guys, we're going to have an amazing thumbnail coming for you at one point. I don't want to get into it right now, but there's been some plans.
We made some designs.
There's some serious plans going on. Like I said, guys, so in our little thumbnail here, we want to make a little funny one for you. Braun Strowman's been giving us some moments.
This is the homage to Strowman.
This is Steve's homage to Strowman.
Love it.
I, of course, have to be the big loser Roman Reigns, who's about to take a shot from a chair. And, of course, Chef Tom, our guy in the back, as the ref, giving us the count, because every Braun and Roman match ends up outside the ring.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And we have
That's
a special
the go-to.
guest.
That is the go-to. And, yeah, Tom, as an homage to SmackDown and to SummerSlam, special guest referee, Chef Tom, counted it out. So here we go, guys. Let's wrap up on the SummerSlam predictions and pay-per-view and get into a little bit of what we saw on Raw and SmackDown and kind of where we see the storyline going. So, we don't have Matty Ice with us today, but with the three of us, we can pull this off.
We can do it.
We can do it.
What did you think of the show overall? Good, bad, indifferent?
So it's a great question. I genuinely thought there were some really high points.
Yeah.
And some really, as we joke around about it, go get a beer, go take a piss, get some food. And there actually was a match where that happened for us.
There was 2 matches where I literally just got food and didn't care
just
about
left.
the match.
Fully left, guys.
Yeah.
And it's because we had a little group chat going, obviously, during SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, okay, food match. And literally everybody dipped, walked away from the computers, walked away from the
Let's go get a snack.
TV.
You gotta stay. It's a 4-hour show. You gotta get your energy up. You don't want to fall asleep in the main event.
I had my dinner match. So which one was that for you, Steve?
Well, it was Big Cass and Big Show with Enzo suspended in the shark cage. That was, and then it spilled over into the Randy match as well.
Okay, so mine was during the Big Cass match. I came back down for the last second when that dumbass Enzo was hanging.
That's exactly when I came back to it.
Boot to the head, and I just started focusing again, really come the Randy match.
Can we say how stupid the whole point of the match was to have Enzo suspended up in the shark cage so he couldn't interfere?
He greased
and then
himself.
he greased himself
to get through the
like
holes.
Willie from The Simpsons. And just got through the cage, got down. So, okay, he got out of the cage, which means he's going to start havoc. That's why they put him in the cage. Nope, Big Cass boots him in 2 seconds.
So hold on. What you're saying
so he was
is...
no threat at all.
No, but what you're saying is, little Willie here, so you're saying, do you have any grease, woman?
Exactly.
And grease me up!
That's exactly what it is.
Sorry, guys, we have to bring the sound bites so we can.
Oh, God. But, so, it defeated the whole purpose of, if you get out of the cage, it's supposed to mean something. Or
Yes.
if you but nope, he just took a boot.
Nope, massive boot to the face. That'll spill over into some Raw. Let's do a quick rundown of the matches and kind of how SummerSlam played out.
So, we're not going to talk about the Miz Taraj versus the Hardys and Jason Jordan, because it wasn't even...
That's a 3-second pre-show, guys. That was a joke. We joke around as that was kind of like TNA wrestling, people were saying on Twitter, which is pretty funny. Nobody there, and I'm sorry. The more people I feel bad for, really, in that match was the Hardy Boys and the Miz.
Okay, so at least you actually mentioned the Hardy Boys, because for me, the comeback, they made their comeback. That was to me the pinnacle of my interest of wrestling of era was the Hardys.
Yeah.
And yet, lo and behold,
they did win the tag championships though.
Great,
which is better than Dudley Boys, who came back and did absolutely nothing.
To steal your phrase, they had a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I fucking hate that that's the case.
Exactly.
I feel bad for them.
No, and it sucks because like they're such a good tag team. They're iconic in the WWE, in TNA,
and they can still work now.
And that's the thing is they're teasing Broken a lot. Like it's coming. I don't know when. They're probably still working it out with TNA.
Probably. There's still lawsuits and everything about the whole trademarking issue of Broken Matt and all that type of stuff.
And it did continue into Raw because their segment with
little hints.
They're really, really showing the Broken Brother Nero face. So that could be coming. That might be the push they need. Maybe, like, you know, the whole Hardy thing right now is just, it was a phase, it was a big pop at WrestleMania, and then Broken is where they're going to bring them to jump back in. The only other thing,
I know we don't want to spend much time on this match, but it was stupid that the Intercontinental Champion is in a 6-man tag match on the pre-show, and he's not having a regular match on the card.
The Miz, and I think we've agreed on this for a long time, is one of the best heels in wrestling.
Now, over the last 2-3 years,
he's
really
been
developed.
Phenomenal on the mic, in his performances, good heel matches. His wife's a smoke show.
Oh God!
When Maurice comes out, repping Canada too. Love
Maurice
it.
is a beauty.
Just love that French
Shout
accent.
Out to Maurice.
Shout outs to Maurice and the Miz for locking that shit down.
Oh my God. Good on you, bud.
Yeah, oh yeah. Your dad didn't even believe you could become a WWE wrestler. We saw that episode of my son or daughter's
is a
WWE star.
superstar?
Yeah, and the Alexa Bliss one.
That was a very good one. Okay.
Kudos to Alexa Bliss.
Yes, absolutely.
For fighting anorexia, looking as amazing as she
rose,
does.
Yeah. She
Twice.
actually rose from, to overcome
not
things.
Sasha or Roman Reigns.
Not Sasha or Roman Reigns.
Yeah. So, okay, so this pre-show match was a junk show.
Done.
It's unfortunate. Jason Jordan's a joke.
Yeah.
Whatever the case is. Where do we go from there?
Now we have Neville versus Akira Tozawa for Cruiserweight title. And Jeff got it right. They did the hot potato. Neville recaptured his Cruiserweight title.
But do you remember what I said, though? I threw my logic out the window.
I think I left the window still open.
Yeah,
That's
the
why
window was open. You're like, Jeff, throw the logic out. I'm like, I will. Neville's going to take the title back.
I should have closed it for my prediction to be right, but it stayed wide open.
You used logic.
Yeah.
And it didn't make sense, obviously.
Never.
So Neville retains. I thought it made sense. To me, like, Tozawa, he's somewhat over with the crowd, but I don't buy him.
You hate the whole yelling thing.
I hate the ha. Like, I can't stand it. I enjoy heel Neville right now. He's on a solid run.
Oh, yeah.
His mic skills are still good. He's fighting the crowd really well. Yeah. He's getting pops as a heel from time to time.
This match I missed because I was en route to my buddy Dom's house, so I didn't watch it. But I heard it was okay, and Neville hit the red arrow, which is kind of weird. I like it, but the heel is hitting the big move at the end, which doesn't really happen all the time. And he won clean. So heel winning clean usually means the other guy's buried.
Well, again, Tozawa's kind of one of those guys for me. I hate Titus Worldwide. You know my feeling on this shit.
I love Titus Worldwide.
No, I hate it. I hate his whoo. I hate all of it. I want it to go away. That's my choice. I'm happy Neville won. Where do we go from there?
So now we have probably like the top 3 or 4 match of the entire card, and it was on the pre-show, is the Usos defeating the champion New Day for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships.
So this was one we said we were going to play the flip-flop again. I think a lot of us decided that New Day would retain.
Well, we thought they weren't going to go hot potato, and they did it again. But I think it was still a good, like I said, it was one of the best matches of the whole night.
Oh, by far, yeah.
Like, it raised its level. Like, the first 5-10 minutes, you're like, okay, it's just a standard tag team match between these two, but then like the false finishes and you don't know who's the legal man every time. Like they're doing the weird tags, so you never know who's the right legal guy.
Which
I was even confused.
Some controversy.
Yeah.
But so Xavier Woods actually went on Twitter after.
Did he actually
and said that Big E was the legal man. The announcer called it wrong because Big E tagged Xavier before they did the double move on Uso.
So I was right because when they were doing the match, one of the guys, I think Tom Phillips, was like, Xavier is still the legal man. And then all of a sudden he's pinning Big E. And I messaged you. I'm like, what?
He was wrong.
So
because the tag happened when the double move happened. And then it kept going, but Xavier was in the ring.
Okay.
So they kind of screwed it up, right?
But they did a lot of good tag team elements in that match. Getting Big E on top of Xavier's shoulders. How the hell did they do that?
I have no idea. Xavier's a big guy for a shorter guy.
He's in the gym now. Like, what is he doing?
But, okay, so I was actually about to say, did you notice that Xavier's taken a lot of matches now?
Yeah. I think he's been
tagging up with either Kofi or...
I used to think that he was, like,
the weaker
He was
the
mouth.
weak link.
He was the mouth, yeah.
And it was just Kofi and Big E carrying it in the match-wise. But now I kind of like Xavier being in matches.
Xavier, I can tell you, Xavier's really like a well-rounded wrestler, and you saw a lot of it back in his TNA days as Consequences Creed.
I didn't even know he was in TNA.
Yeah, Oh yeah.
Really? I thought he just went to developmental.
Oh,
right off from
AJ Styles has known Xavier forever, and they're both from Georgia. They're both Georgia boys. So I mean, like, he's actually a legitimate wrestler.
Well, that's why AJ's always on up, down, down.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're really good friends. Yeah,
Leave that there.
For sure, man. Shout out Up, Down, Down again, man. Xavier Woods and the crew over there putting some good stuff. And that's why I'm happy to see him actually be more than just a mouth. Because I think he is a good, attraction for them. He's got the good double-sided.
He's showing his in-ring ability right
He can shoot great promos. Like that rap battle was phenomenal. Chirpin
man.
Roman and the Usos.
I just don't get the flip back to the Usos. It doesn't make any sense.
I think that they were trying to build up a good feud between them. New Day coming in.
But they can't have a good feud. Like, why did they drop it just to bring it back?
Well, because you're bringing the reputable New Day from Raw to SmackDown. It made sense to give them titles. You know what I mean? And, like, kind of let them run with it for a bit.
You could have used them to put somebody else over.
You could have, but it's just like because you brought over a big name, you let them win right away. Like the Hardys coming back at WrestleMania and winning.
True.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of one of those things like let them run with it, make the Usos come back and earn it. I think they're trying to get the crowd to sway towards the Usos as well. Yeah. You know, show that they're actually can win against a good team. Because that tag team division's been a joke in SmackDown.
Oh, yeah, it's bad.
And now with some spoilers coming up on SmackDown,
wow.
Chad Gable, Shelton Benjamin.
The new greatest tag team, world's greatest tag team.
American Alpha 2.0.
Yeah, the better American Alpha. Shelton Benjamin's an upgrade on Jason Jordan.
Way different.
100%.
Yeah, way different.
I mean, if he still got it, I haven't seen him wrestle in TNA.
Apparently he's been okay in like the house indie shows he's been doing and stuff like that. Yeah. Like he's still very high athletic, high octane performer, which will really like gel well with the Chad Gable.
Oh, yeah,
so I'd be excited to see how that
Gable
works
was always
out there.
the better of the two, I thought.
100%. 100%. Like, I don't know. To me, like, I see Jason Jordan. I see
just
another
a muscle.
I see another muscle guy, tosses, throws. It's like, okay, whatever. I'm done with those guys.
Okay, so that was the pre-show, which they have a now trend of, like, having one amazing match on the pre-show, which kind of just, like, gets the crowd amped
Which is
up,
fine,
right?
yeah. That was the big one before the show started.
Exactly. So then we have the first match where the burial of Baron Corbin continued because it was John Cena defeating Baron Corbin in a dumpster fire of a match.
And I think we said that Super Cena is going to come out.
He did, but he was like mocking everything, and he was like taking John's hat and like getting in the crowd, and like he was just like embarrassing the hell out of Baron Corbin the whole time. It was definitely a punishment for Baron Corbin for the whole Twitter.
There's been a lot of speculation right now that like Baron Corbin is pushing himself to like the level of a what's that tool's name? Enzo Amore.
Oh yeah,
backstage
so much
heat. Yeah, too much like screaming and yelling, complaining. Yeah. You know, that's why they costed him his Money in the Bank. Yeah, I can see the Barry coming for him heavy.
So it was kind of weird for John Cena to open the show because usually he has like a mid-card match or a main event match because he's Big Match John.
He's opening the show because one, it's SummerSlam and he's Big Match John, and two, because you're Barry Corbin.
Also because no one cares about this match.
Exactly. And where did that lead to? John heading over to Raw.
Yeah, exactly.
So
to feud with the big dog.
Oh God.
Roman Reigns.
Probably two of the most booed guys in all of WWE.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's gonna be
a feud that everybody wants to see nonetheless.
Yeah, it's a tire fire, but whatever.
Then you have, as predicted by... So, Jeff, by the way, Jeff predicted that correctly. He said John Cena was going to win because John Cena.
Can I just tell a little story here, too, as well? Yeah. Because we're still on the Cena thing here. So, this is WWE logic. So
Wait. Was the window still open?
The window is broken at this point.
Okay.
So, I was watching an interview with Barrett.
Okay. Wade Barrett.
Yeah, he's going on tour.
Oh, I saw that about the Nexus.
Yes.
Yeah.
About how the Nexus were hot. They were supposed to go over against John Cena in that massive like tag team match.
Even the other guys on the other team were like, yeah, the Nexus should go over.
Yeah, they're supposed to go over.
And Barrett should be the one to win.
Exactly. And Vince apparently sat them down like an hour before the show and said, no, John has to win. And when they asked why, they said, because we want to send the kids home happy.
Right.
Which
is kind of a bullshit answer.
Yeah, because if John loses, then the heel's winning, and it ends. I think it was a SummerSlam, if I'm not mistaken.
It was SummerSlam.
Yeah, and it was going to end off sour.
That was the last time that John Cena won a SummerSlam match up until 2 nights ago.
Yeah, so that's logic when it comes to John Cena.
Yeah.
So I just want to kind of throw that in there, guys. It makes you really think about, you know, when Vince picks his favorites, how it goes, and the politics in the locker room. It's unfortunate, man, because it affects the fans and the storylines.
I mean, that is the way the business works, right?
It always has been.
It's all written, right? It's all predetermined, so...
It is, but I mean, like, run with a good storyline. When the Nexus
sure.
came in, I mean, they were good. Yeah. They were really good.
And you think about how many people have survived the Nexus, basically only Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Heath Slater little bit.
Yeah, he's kicking, but Ryback's gone. Daniel Bryan obviously not wrestling anymore.
Barrett gone.
Yeah.
Otunga is in.
He's he's an announcer now, isn't he?
Pre-show announcer. He's not
Yeah.
even a regular announcer anymore.
Well, I mean, he's still kicking it though.
Yeah,
At least still in the business.
Around, but he's not in the ring. Is what
No,
I'm saying.
yeah, he's done. And then there was one other guy in there. Was it Matt Sedal?
Maybe.
Or one other like high flyer, I remember.
But point is he's gone.
Also gone, yeah.
So, like I said, Jeff and I think Matty Ice picked John Cena
Nice
because
John.
John Cena.
Yeah.
And I tried to go with Logic again. The key is, guys, just don't use Logic.
Don't go with Logic.
Logic never works.
Yeah, go against Logic.
Yeah.
For like 97% of matches.
So the 3% worked in my favor for the next match.
Yes.
When Natalia defeated Naomi for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Yes.
I don't remember. Did you pick Naomi or you picked Natalia?
No, I picked Natalia.
Okay.
But
so
then we
all on
we
Natalia.
also we were on Natalia. I think we all knew Naomi's time was coming to an end.
Yeah.
But then we also said Carmella potentially cashing in.
No cash in? What the heck is this?
Didn't show her face once besides
Wasn't
the
even
pre-show.
the tease. Nothing.
Not a thing.
Which kind of like brings to the point that I made in the last podcast, where it's like it would be really, really shitty of WWE if they let Natalia win and then take it away from her in like 3 seconds.
Because it was the first time in something like 7 years or something.
Yeah, because she hasn't won since like the
way back
Divas
when.
division with like Beth Phoenix and stuff like that.
Oh, that's a long time.
Jesus.
Long time.
Yep.
Hey, Chef Tom, how's it going?
Not bad.
He's doing research again.
He's looking up things.
Look, no fault of my own. I was working, so I only have like the articles to pull from here.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true. We catch Chef Tom up. He lives vicariously through our wrestling shit, and he tries to catch up when he can, and I commend you on that, sir. We appreciate your efforts.
Yeah.
And we still love you in WWE. What you bring to the table in our matches is fantastic. And guys, I again cannot wait for WWE 2K18 to
He's
drop.
a former champion here.
He is a former champion.
That's right.
He is a former champion.
So exactly what you said about Trish Stratus telling her to use the sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter.
She used the sharpshooter
It
to
happened.
win.
Yep.
It was an okay match. I wasn't too sad about it. It was a 10-minute match. It was okay.
Yep.
Moving on, we have the food match. Big Cass versus Big Show with Enzo, as we talked about earlier in the episode.
So the match also known as the Big Joke.
Yeah, the one where no one cares because Big Show is going to get like
Big
buried.
Show's there now to do whatever he has to.
Yeah.
He collects a paycheck. If he has to put somebody over, he doesn't care. Doesn't affect him.
Short-lived because Cass blew out his knee on Monday Night Raw.
Yes. Guys, it was a bad one.
The whole match ended up being irrelevant.
It's nothing, yeah.
Because now he's out. So.
Yeah, Big Show, who knows what happens with his storyline. Again, he's a guy that goes anywhere.
Big Show will just be there to fight another big guy later.
Yep, and Enzo, he's got massive heat in the back like Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of discussions about where his future goes.
I don't know, like, to me, if I was doing it, again, logic, so don't even take what I'm saying seriously.
Don't even look at it.
They should use this to make Enzo a heel.
It's an opportunity to, but again, Enzo can't fight by himself.
No, he can't.
That's the key to it, right? So where he goes, it doesn't make sense for
because
me
now
anyway.
he got the win because he took out, like air quotes, took out Big Cass, even though he got like really injured in the match. It wasn't a fake injury; it was a legit injury.
Yeah, guys, and I'm sure you guys know when you see the ref give the X to the side,
that's
a legitimate injury. It means he's done. And obviously, Big Cass, like he went for the Brooklyn elbow or the Empire elbow.
Couldn't even jump up.
Yeah, as soon as he went for it and his knee left, I was like, yeah, he's done.
So
he's
Enzo won the match by he couldn't
couldn't finish.
Couldn't finish.
Yeah.
So I don't know where that leads Enzo now because now he's going to brag about how he injured. Oh, that's how I would do it. I would brag about how I injured Cass.
So the only place I see Enzo going is 205 Live. Get him off the main roster because he has no opportunity besides being a jobber.
No, but to me, that's even worse because 205 Live is supposed to be about people who can actually wrestle, and Enzo cannot wrestle. But so he doesn't. He looks way more out of place on 205 Live than he does Raw.
I don't know, man. To me, he's a waste of life.
Because Raw, you can have little guys that just have personality and don't do anything.
But he's just going to be a squash every time he comes out.
I know.
He's basically going to be the Kurt Hawkins
but
of
if
Raw.
you have a squash on 205 Live and no one's watching, that's not going to do anything for anybody.
No, it doesn't. But I mean, it's a shit show.
Because the crowd is still over on him when they still chant his crap.
It has to end. It's for the kiddies right now. I get it.
Yeah.
You got to pull out that stuff for them. And I mean, yeah, we've gotten into it before. We said the chants, whatever. When you're live, it's one thing.
When you're live, it's one thing.
But yeah, like he's a guy who I would not care if he wasn't on TV anymore. No. I got nothing against Enzo. He did he's good at what he does as a manager. But for me, he can't wrestle.
Should be a manager.
Now, if he manages, it's okay. But I think he's got to drop this Jersey Shore bullshit act and find him something new, man. Like, he's good on the mic. Utilize him as something different.
Yeah.
And a better place.
So then we had Randy Orton versus Rusev.
So the
Which
15-second
they
match.
did what I thought was going to happen in the Baron Corbin and John Cena match, where they did the Russian. I missed this match because I went back to the food because when I was eating my food during Big Cass and Big Show,
Big joke.
I checked in and saw Enzo slipping out, so I stayed for the finish, then went back for my food. So I missed Randy Orton and Rusev because it was only a 10-second match.
Oh yeah, all you had to be there. All you had to be was like 20 seconds. You missed it.
Yeah, so apparently Rusev attacked Orton on the...
No music cued for Rusev. He ran out during Orton's entrance.
So it was on the ramp.
Yeah, beat the crap. No, so Orton was in the ring, but he ran into the ring while Orton was celebrating to the fans.
Oh,
I'm out here. And he jumped him, quick beat the crap out of him, whatever. Of course, the referee, oh wait, can you stand up? Can you stand up? Let's start the match.
Yeah.
Moves out of the way. He bangs the head on the thing, turns around, RKO out of nowhere, match is over. Randy didn't even get his jacket off.
He had a jacket on?
Well, his usual pullover thing he wears, right?
It's a sweater. Yeah. I don't know. This was the burial of Rusev because I don't see how
continued burial of Rusev.
I heard, like I was saying, I heard that he's kind of talking to WWE about his release. So
you know what? It would make sense. He's jobbing right now, and he has been for a while.
Like such a good heel. I don't understand it.
You know what? When him and Jinder started tag teaming,
that was stupid. But
it was stupid, but it was an opportunity for him to do something.
I liked the first John Cena Rusev feud. That was good, Rusev.
Yeah, he was still champion then too.
That's what I mean. When he was United States champion, he was a good heel, foreign heel type of thing.
Yeah.
But after they just buried him,
that's WWE logic, though, right?
It is.
Well, that being said, Rusev, if you leave,
we all
I'd
picked
approve.
Rusev. Even Matty Ice went against his boy. How does he feel about that?
Well, the thought was that Randy's at that point like John, where if he loses, it doesn't matter.
I know, but
it's
won.
not a big deal. But he did win. I mean, but
because why? Why did he lose against Jinder all this time and then just win the next feud? Doesn't make any sense.
Because he could have a John moment. I did say it's possible that he could have a John moment and totally flip the switch and RKO to nowhere and done.
It's true.
So I mean, we called both sides of it how it could have happened in the sense that it's going to be a quick RKO and the match is over, or Rusev might go over.
Yeah.
But there wasn't a long stretch match. We definitely said if Randy won, it was fast. So I give us kudos for that one at least.
That's true.
Even though we didn't call it 100%, guys, we somewhat called that one.
Yeah, I got a question for Chef Tom. Does stuff like this keep you in when they keep guys like Randy Orton and John Cena? They keep putting them over, or do you want to see those guys just eventually just die already?
I cannot tell you. I mean, I kind of attribute to Stone Cold and The Rock were the key figures of that era.
Yeah.
The era that I kind of dwindled interest in was
Orton, Cena.
Exactly,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So now who can I, look to, if you will? I can say, Shinsuke is not going to be around for that much longer, I don't think. He's going to be here maybe 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
Maybe. AJ Styles has got the flash, but I don't see him being the main guy. I think really they should build around Seth Rollins.
Oh,
He
that's a fighting word for
the
Jeff.
main guy, all right.
But
he is SmackDown.
He's the guy who built SmackDown.
The guy.
So the answer to the question is my interest.
Is it look gimmicky that he keeps going over, or do you? I
think so. I think you really got to turn the leaf. Their era's done.
That's what I thought.
Their era's done.
Just come on, he's got to lay down at one point.
I'm sure we'll talk about this later on in the podcast, but the fact that Rollins is fighting as a tag team,
well, that's what everybody wants. Everybody wants the Shield, and they lose it for the Shield and everything. So next we have Sasha Banks, a.k.a. female Roman Reigns, defeating Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship. And just as I predicted, Sasha Banks rose from all of the hardships that she was going forward and conquered the champion.
I wish you guys could see me rolling my eyes right now.
Did I not call it exactly how it went down?
It was an okay match. I think.
It was a weird finish, though.
Yeah, I didn't like the finish. I thought
what you saying was a botch?
Yeah, well, I thought it was a little on the botch here, son.
I'm gonna get a reputation from ragging on the women's division, but it's if you watch it, the women botch way too much, and specifically Sasha Banks.
Yeah, Banks is in a
for somebody who was supposed to be a very upper echelon wrestler. She botches almost every pay-per-view that she's in, at least one time in a match.
She has a couple spots, yeah.
But she's got to get her stuff together. I don't get it.
Well, they're pushing her as champion her 4th time.
Well, because they want to build a Bayley feud, right?
Yeah, I think that's the WrestleMania go.
I think they're gonna. The reason why they took it off Bliss is because I think they're gonna go. I don't know how this is gonna look because Alexa Bliss is 5 feet. Well, I think they're gonna do a Nia Jax Alexa program eventually.
God.
Because they're supposed to be like buddy buddies, but somebody's got to turn on somebody, right?
Well, so going into Nia Jax now on Raw, she has a quick match against Emma.
Squash against Emma, yeah.
And a squash. So, like, you push Nia as this beast. She loses always the big match, but then her next match following, she kills somebody
It's
again.
always squash after she loses.
It doesn't make sense.
So that she loses the next number one contenders match that she's in.
It's dumb. It's dumb. WWE, figure out your shit on this one.
It was very predictable, I thought, that Sasha won.
Yeah. It was only a matter of time that Alexa was going to drop.
Yeah.
She's been champion for a while, between two shows.
And anyway, if you guys didn't see, the finish that was so weird is that Alexa is like 2 centimeters from the rope that she could break it, and she taps.
Yeah.
And like, you made your way all the way over there. Just get it.
Well, that's because the refs are like, your time's over. Let's get this match over.
Like, I didn't, like...
That's how it works, right? They have your
But that was bad ring awareness for both of them. Like, get them in the middle of the ring if you're going to do that.
Yeah, that whole last segment for me was a joke.
It was stupid.
So...
But it was WWE doing WWE things.
It certainly was, and there's going to be a rematch, because on Raw, Alexa came out during Sasha's celebratory speech and says, I'm invoking my rematch clause. It's going to be on next week's Raw.
They're not even saying for the pay-per-view? I was in and out of Raw last night, so I didn't see that
next week's
part. Nice.
Yeah. Not quite.
Hot potato?
Pass it on.
Well, Sasha Banks always loses the championship in the first month.
That was part of Sasha's promo, or Alexa's promo.
Beautiful.
She's like, you always win the title, but you can barely retain it. It was a fantastic promo.
That's why Alexa Bliss is the best.
Oh, it was awesome. And there's actually a true hate for Sasha to Alexa.
She's kind of like female Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
In her heelness.
She's
just so good at it.
You love hating her?
Yeah.
Being a heel.
Exactly. She does it so well. Just her little lines are just like, they're so well delivered, and they're so well thought out.
And she's really hot.
Well, that too.
That just puts it over.
Yeah. I think Chef Tom agrees.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's giving it a thumbs up.
That's like 2 giant thumbs up from Chef Tom.
Yeah. So then, after that, we had probably, if that wasn't the most obvious match, the next one was even more as obvious as what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Demon Finn Balor defeating Bray Wyatt, the irrelevant Bray Wyatt who loses every match. Yet he's the god amongst God, eater of worlds.
He's Rusev.
Worse.
Why? Because he actually shoots that. But Rusev says about how he's a monster and can't be stopped as well.
Yeah, but not to the extent that Bray Wyatt does.
Bray, because it's his character. Rusev's not going to say he's God.
No.
Right? But, I mean, it was nice to see Demon Finn again.
The entrance for Demon Finn was unreal.
Entrance was awesome. The paint looked good. It was a pretty good match. It's believable that Demon Finn could take out.
It was a very standard Finn match. He did all of his little spots that he does, which is good. I enjoy it. I'm a big Finn Balor fan. Yep. I like that he finally went back to Demon.
About time.
Yeah. So, I don't know. There's not much to say about this match. It was a typical Bray match. There wasn't really anything exciting from him.
I like the end.
Yeah.
And was a good spot. You know, Bray does his creepy walk behind thing, whatever. Finn's face down, pops up like Demon, pushes him up.
Yeah.
And then, catches him with a sling blade.
Because Demon Finn, is 20 pounds heavier because he's Demon.
Pushes himself off. I thought it was a good spot.
Yeah, it was
good.
I
liked it. He shows the fear in Bray. But again, you broke down that character. Where is he going now?
They did show Bray a little bit scared, which doesn't make any sense.
He freaked out. It led to, again, sling blade. The drop kick to the corner and the coup de grace for the finish. So
it'll lead Bray going on the mic again, saying about how everyone should fear him and he's the ruler and everyone should follow.
But that's the thing. So what's the next steps here for Bray? Who is he potentially feuding with going forward here?
I don't even know.
Does it continue with Bray? Or with Finn?
Most people I have I can figure out where they're. Honestly, I'm lost for words on this one. I have no idea what angle they're gonna bring with this.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a weird one.
Because, I don't know.
Because even from Finn's perspective, so now, you move Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose into tag team with the Shield reunited.
Yeah.
And it's just now, you've really focused that heavyweight championship between the big guys. So you got the Roman Reigns.
Yeah, Bray's not going anywhere near.
Not Bray, but I'm saying Finn now. Even Finn's perspective.
No, he's taking. That's what I said last time. He's taking a little just side
mid-card
trail to the mid card while they figure out the whole big sweaty men championship.
But that's
thing.
the problem. A big sweaty man's gonna win. So who is?
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Finn is gonna be down for a little bit.
Hey, but could be
he's still
gonna
be relevant, but he's not gonna be in the main event picture for a while because they're gonna have the big sweaty men contest.
Well, Vince's toes were curling at the main event.
Not just curling; they were gone.
Knees were locking up, toes were curling.
Yeah. I hope Finn doesn't feud with Jason Jordan. They had that match on Raw. I don't know why.
Yeah, it was a random put together match.
But it was probably just a random Raw thing, one-off. It's not going to really spin off into anything.
I can't imagine where a feud there would make sense.
The only thing I was thinking of, I don't know how it would ever tie in, but Bray Wyatt's feuds are always very random and, hey, I need a feud type of thing. Jason Jordan and Bray Wyatt, I don't know. He needs a face. I think of another face that he can feud with.
At this point, really,
don't
nobody.
have one.
Nope, unless... So, some NXT spots. There's supposed to be guys coming up on the roster from NXT.
Right.
Some names that we saw were the
if he gets Authors of Pain, maybe.
Authors of Pain. That's exactly what I was thinking. Couldn't remember their name.
Because they can't do Sanity, because Sanity just won the title.
No, Sandy's staying down.
Yeah.
Big news in Asuka getting injured.
That was huge.
This could finally be her dropping the title, like a Finn, by injury, not by losing.
It's not good.
It's not good. At least some more opportunities. There's a lot of talks of Peyton Royce.
I love Peyton Royce.
And her tag team partner coming up. So, there's some potential. We finally saw the glorious Bobby Roode show up on SmackDown.
Right, SmackDown. That was the thing.
Great match, by the way, between him and Drew McIntyre.
Oh, at NXT.
Really good match, NXT.
Yeah.
Adam Cole coming out with the Red Dragons. Pretty cool spot.
I don't know. Did you catch Bobby Roode's interview tonight on SmackDown?
I missed the first part of the promo.
So they buried Barry Corbin so hard because everybody knows now that Bobby Roode is there to replace Corbin.
I'm reading that he
could
be seen as a top 3 in the company.
So Renee Young is asking him, like, oh, how do you feel now that you're on the main roster? Like, just give us a little comment about being on the main roster. And he goes, I want to congratulate Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan on cashing in on the hottest free agent in sports entertainment. So making a play on him burying Corbin's spot and taking Corbin's spot as being a main event heel.
Yep.
I'm assuming Robbie Roode is going to be heel on SmackDown.
Even though he's getting massive pops.
Well, getting huge pops, but...
Yeah, and his first match was against Aiden English.
But, his character is heelish, right?
Well, he's supposed to be.
Supposed to be, kind of... I was telling this to Dom yesterday, maybe it's a play on his last name, but he reminds me so much of Rick Rude.
He does have a very
ravishing Rick Rude.
Yeah, I'm
pretty
a
boy,
god.
buff, and I'm better than everyone.
Comes out in the robe.
Oh, the robe is beautiful.
Yeah, no, he's gonna be a good wrestler. I think it's a great addition for SmackDown.
Yeah, I like it.
Seeing him, Shinsuke, all these guys out there, it really rounds out their roster.
Okay, so now we're gonna circle back to the meat of the pay-per-view. This is where I thought
the big stuff.
It took off
a
little bit. It was a little bit up and down at the beginning, and there wasn't really that much interest.
No, a couple spots, but that was it.
Then we had the Shield beating Sheamus and Cesaro.
Good match
for the Raw Tag Team Champions, which I thought, again, both tag team matches, that and the Uso ones, are two of my favorites of the night.
Yeah.
Not including, we'll get to the main event, which was my ultimate favorite, but these two were really good because you had all four of the best workers on Raw almost.
Very good workers.
Maybe
very
3
good
out of 4. Sheamus is not great, but he works
plays
well.
off well with Cesaro.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the thing. So the match had good pace, had good story. The big thing for me was just seeing Seth and Dean come back again. That's that Shield.
You're all on the Shield.
Shield reunion, like elevated sling blade, the little things they did together really worked well. The finish was solid with the Hurricane Rana off the top rope into Sheamus and Ambrose.
And the Dirty Deeds.
Well, of course the Dirty Deeds have to finish it off.
The most protected finisher in all of WWE.
Of course. You got Seth, giving a couple super kicks, leading with his new, I don't even know what he calls it, the Rainmaker they're calling it?
I think that's what they're calling it. Yeah.
Or whatever it is. His little knee to the face move into a Dirty Deeds. Perfect finish. Good, really good match. Really good match. Yeah. I don't know where they're going from now.
I don't know. This is what Chef Tom is saying. I don't know why they're putting the cover boy in a tag team.
At least he has a title.
He does.
He has a title. Shield reuniting is big for Ambrose. It's going to help him elevate again.
I think it's the only thing that saved Ambrose, to be honest.
Seth doesn't need the Shield.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't. He's made a name for himself. Roman's just going to keep getting continuous pushes.
I wish that they would have done the Ambrose heel turn.
But again, you're going to bury him with the fans. And he's already in an issue right now.
Yeah.
If you turn him heel, all you're going to do is
this
further...
will save him with the fans. If the fans are losing it.
You're going to toss him over the freaking well at that point. And it was it works for Seth too because he has been pushing face. I
don't like face Seth.
I don't mind it. See, when I see a guy play heel for so long, I like seeing a turn. So a face for Seth, I can see it. Kevin Owens is a guy for me who I can't see it for.
I just think I don't know, maybe Tom can speak on this a little bit. How do you think like Seth is as a face. To me, I think it's too corny. Like he doesn't embrace it as much as he does. Like he's the like sniveling, conniving heel. Like when he tries to be the baby face, it just looks too forced.
I agree. I mean, you see him in Up, Up, Down, Down. That's usually where I see Rollins more than anything else, like live.
Yeah.
So I see him for who he is, really off camera, and he's like you're saying, he's very like cutthroat, like jabby, like
he's always scheming into something.
Cocky, confident.
So I mean, why take that away? Like that's where he relishes.
Because I just don't think he has a lot to say as a face. Like he doesn't really have any like good promos as a face.
But that's where the Shield is going to help him. That's where that'll help elevate him as a face. Dean just needed anything he could take at this point. But you know what? Dean will work better as a Shield than by himself. Yeah, in a tag team match, Dean can elevate himself.
This 100% helps Dean way more than it does
Seth. Way more Seth. Seth is just for a little boost on the face side of things.
Yeah.
But Seth can perform. He doesn't need anybody.
That's right.
So, it was a good match with them, too. Like I said, we talked about this. The Hardys, is that their future feud right now? What's going to happen with Cesaro?
They fought on Raw, right? Yep. Hardys and Shield.
Potential Broken Hardys versus Shield.
That could be a thing.
Where's Cesaro going?
I think they'll get a rematch at No Mercy, I imagine.
They should. But do Broken Hardy Boys come in? Are we going to see like a ladder match or something?
Threat? No, they did the
TLC.
They did the TLC already, though.
It could happen again.
You know, I'm just curious, like, thinking out loud here, do you think, because you're saying this really helps more Ambrose than it does...
I think it hurts
Rollins,
Seth, to be honest.
100%.
I agree 100.
But the problem is, Seth's going to be in a situation like Demon Finn, or Finn Balor, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to put him as a mid-card, you're going to give him a title. So just slap it on him.
Yeah.
Right?
What if they do Finn and Miz? I'm not going off track now, but what if they give Finn the IC title?
It's a potential. Because it's believable that he could take out Miz.
That's the thing.
And Miz keeps
and
calling
he could
out.
Slot in that card, and they, like I'm saying, he keeps calling out to be a main event.
Yep.
That could be a main event of something.
It could be.
Raw or something. I don't know.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. But sorry, I cut you off, Tom. What were you going to say?
Mine's more like philosophical. I'm like, you know, do you think when whatever the guy's name that is Dean Ambrose, like when he joined wrestling, like do you think he envisioned himself to be, you know what I mean? I'm curious to see if you were to ask these wrestlers outside of wrestling
what they want to be.
Yeah, like who do they envision themselves being when they started this track, you know? Well, obviously your end game is to be part of the WWE.
Yeah.
But
that's all by Vince though, right?
Okay, but that's the thing, like, Dean Ambrose always played this character. Like, back when he was Jon Moxley, like, he played this crazy, like, uncontrolled character.
But he's not, though.
Well...
That's the thing, like, he's called the Lunatic Fringe, but he doesn't do any lunatic things.
Well, he does
He's just wacky, stupid, Bozo the Clown-ish things, but that's what
the wacky is thing, right? And like,
it's like the wacky fringe, supposed to be the lunatic.
But he's not set for a PG era. That's his problem.
I know, so change his gimmick is what I'm saying.
But where are you going to put him? That's what he became from the Shield, right? So now that's why. Putting him back in the Shield allows him to cover up
if he becomes more lunatic, then it's fine. But if they're going to be face happy-go-lucky again, then...
That's a bigger discussion for WWE, though. They need to move back from this PG era crap and get back to when things were good. I'm not saying you got to hit guys over the head with chairs again, and
you're not saying it, but you're just saying it.
No, I'm okay with that not happening. Obviously, you want to have guys not go on the shelf with stupid injuries, right? But you can still elevate back to a rated R type thing by
like a 14.
Something like
let
there be more weapons again. If blood happens, like don't get mad at a guy. It happens. It's not a big deal. Performers want to do this shit.
Exactly.
And by burying them with this PG era crap, I don't know.
I think the perfect blend was like the Triple H era of like the Sledgehammer, just after Attitude.
Oh yeah, what was it called? Ruthless Aggression.
Yeah,
era.
The Ruthless Aggression.
Was to me the perfect blend.
Yeah, that was right in the middle of PG and
happy medium.
Generation X.
I'd be okay with that. Where are we going next?
So now we're going to your boy AJ Styles.
Yep.
Defending his United States title against Kevin Owens successfully with the help of special guest referee. Well, not with the help, but inadvertently helping Shane McMahon.
They both had a couple spots with Shane, which I thought played into the story fine. You knew it was going to happen.
The best line was when Kevin... See, this is why I love Kevin Owens as the greatest heel right now in the whole company. Because when he was mad and yelling at Shane that he didn't see... he didn't see Styles' thing, he's like... You fall off buildings and you can't be up for the count because he missed one of Kevin Owens' count. It's just such a beautiful line. I love it.
Owens has had great promos this entire time in WWE, And it's just what you expect now. Like, you know he's going to be good. He's going to shoot off his mouth.
To me, it was way too much Shane. It was just so much referee garbage.
But that's how they played the story going into the match. You knew that's how the story was going to be in it.
Like, these are the two top guys, in my opinion.
Yeah.
On SmackDown. And almost in the whole company. And, like, you left the focus on the referee. And took away from... Like, these guys, every single match they've had in this feud has been referee-based. Like, angles. These guys could have one of the best... These guys could have match of the year if they wanted to.
Of course. But again, this is the way the storyline was built for this match.
Like, I'm sad because I've waited for this feud ever since the two of them got in the company.
Yeah.
I wanted them to have a real, legitimate feud. And they never had a real, legitimate match yet. Where they've shown off all their stuff, which is typical WWE. They don't let them do everything that they would have done in other promotions. But just have a regular match for once.
I mean, the feud's not done.
No.
It's not saying that it's finished,
well,
right? Like,
it might be done after tonight because
KO
actually, Shane said this is his last, as long as AJ's the champion, this is his last rematch.
Because now we're going to go Shane, Kevin Owens.
Shane, Kevin Owens is going to be a feud.
Yeah, for WrestleMania.
And I've heard a lot of rumors that there's going to be a Team Shane versus Team KO at Survivor Series or something like that. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's just like fan rumor or like legit insider rumor. But that's kind of stupid. Again, making Shane McMahon focus again.
But it's then going to be taken away from some other guys' storylines who need to play into this Team KO.
Who the hell's going to be on Team KO?
That's the problem, right? You're probably going to get the Baron Corbins. You're going to get all these losers who have no other storylines, right?
How long, Amore?
Honestly,
yeah.
The roster shakeup is a rumor that's happening. You know, who's going where? Are we going to see
John move?
John's ready. The first
big match.
First
John's
chip,
on Raw
right?
now. Yeah.
So I mean, what happens
to
from
go
there?
Against the big dog?
Again, that's a joke to me, but you know, it sucked because I agree with you. Like, I'd love to see those guys just hash it out in a regular 1v1 match. None of this referee bullshit, whatever. They had a great match 1v1 way back when Kevin Owens first came to SmackDown. Or no, on Raw they fought. I think it was Raw.
Kevin Owens and
AJ before he went over. Yeah, they had a match a long time ago. Like, regardless, they put some good matches in together outside of this referee shit and all that.
Yeah.
And like, we did see some good couple spots where like some of the big moves came out.
Yeah, no, the match wasn't a bad match. I enjoyed the match.
AJ had 2 Styles clashes.
That's impressive, by the way.
Two Styles
Kevin
clashes.
Owens, who was a little, filled in the middle.
Yeah.
And the second one was it was dodgy.
It was close, but you give it 2 professionals.
Yeah.
He tucked the neck. It was good.
Then we have the worst championship match in the last few years.
Hundo.
Actually, maybe Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania was worse.
That one takes the cake.
Jinder Mahal, the modern day Maharaja, with the help of his lackeys, the Singh brothers, defeated Shinsuke Nakamura in the stupidest match I've seen in a long time.
So the pride of Western Canada,
the Punjab Calgary,
against Punjab Calgary, against Mr.
the Rockstar.
Rockstar, you know,
I don't know why they call him the Rockstar, the artist.
King of Hardstyle.
That's what they should call him. I don't understand why they call him the artist, the Rockstar. Just call him the King of Strong Style. That's what he is.
The thing that kills me about
but they don't let him do all of Strong Style things.
Yeah, they really killed Shinsuke with this loss. I know Singh Brothers got involved again. Maybe, they're trying not to play hot potato with the title. You know,
That's fine.
Jinder's held it for, 3 months now?
But give him somebody else to wrestle. Don't put Shinsuke at the expense.
Can you not?
That was the problem,
But they should have had a better match. The match wasn't good.
Well, so here's the thing.
Even before the Singh brothers.
This is one of those situations where, and I think we discussed this with Horseshoe Nick, is that you're not going to let it happen on the first pay-per-view they fight each other. So they had that spiel. Shinsuke on SmackDown now had his little follow-up match destroying the Singh brothers.
Yeah.
So it's not done. Like, Shinsuke will, I think, eventually dethrone Jinder Mahal.
I would hope
because we're going to see the Styles Shinsuke feud.
Don't even tease me with that.
Because it has to happen. That's probably a WrestleMania spot.
So they're going to have to drag this thing out to WrestleMania.
Well, it might not go that far. Shinsuke...
Because then they did the Shinsuke feud too early.
But he'll defend, though. Shinsuke will defend. Because right now, AJ's still U.S. champion. So until AJ gets knocked off there... Right? So you got to give some time for Shinsuke to knock off Jinder, have a follow-up, because Jinder's going to need his, rebuttal match.
Right.
And then somebody else, I'm sure...
Sami Zayn or something.
Yeah, someone's going to make a pitch. You're going to show that, Shinsuke's strong. He came in. He's going to have a little title run. And then you get the two friends, now foes, face off potentially at WrestleMania.
It's true. I hope it happened. I hope you're right.
They're a main event.
Yeah.
That's a legitimate main event. Again, guys, if you didn't hear other podcasts, that's a Wrestle Kingdom rematch By far one of the best matches I've ever seen.
Oh, it's incredible.
So, I mean, like, you throw that on WrestleMania, and of course they won't be the main event because it has to be a John Cena or a Roman Reigns or John versus Roman or Brock or something along those stupid lines, but...
Yeah, I would hope they put it as main event.
It won't be.
We got that match wrong. We picked Nakamura.
Well, cause we
used too much logic.
Yeah.
That was a stupid thing on our part.
Yeah, that was...
We were good for a while. We picked AJ, we picked... The Shield, we picked Balor.
It's like you said, we closed the window and let logic stay in the room.
Yeah, we closed it, and then it just opened wide open after that.
Yeah.
Then we have the best match of the night, easily. One of my favorite matches by far of all year, I think. Might be a hot take coming off of it because I just saw it, but it was the Fatal 4-Way match with Samoa Joe.
Yep.
The big dog, Roman Reigns.
The stupid dog.
Well, it's his yard.
Yeah.
Apparently.
No, it's not.
No.
The
monster among men who we paid homage to with the thumbnail.
We had to.
Braun Strowman.
I can't get on Braun Strowman. I'm sorry. I know he's like... I can't...
What?
He's just a fucking greased up buff guy.
Do you know why Braun Strowman's over right now?
Because he kills Roman Reigns.
Because he beats Roman Reigns.
Fine. Great.
That is why he's over.
And you know why else? Because he's the only one that can stand up to the reigning, defending, undisputed Universal Champion.
He's got to drop it.
Brock Lesnar, who is still Universal Champion.
Brock had a Roman Reigns moment. He rose up from being destroyed.
He out-Romaned Roman
by Braun Strowman.
In that match.
Got put through 2 tables, had another table thrown on top of him.
Dude, when he put him through that second table, I was done. I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen.
So I've never seen Brock Lesnar get manhandled by another man.
Nope.
And this was a sight.
I'm on the highlight reel.
It was a sight,
dude,
man.
He literally threw him around like a rag doll.
It was ridiculous.
This is why he's in the main event, because he can do that type of stuff.
And like, I feel like Braun, I can give it to him. He has gotten better in the ring.
The best part of the whole match was when Joe and Roman are fighting, and then Braun just takes the chair and throws it at both of them. Like, this is becoming his thing now, throwing announce chairs at the guys.
It is amazing. You
Like,
know
he
what?
hurls it. He doesn't just like gently like smoke them in the face. No, he hurls it like 10 feet.
You know what Braun should be throwing?
What?
A clutch chair.
I tried. It's hard.
It is a heavy chair. Do you know why it's a heavy
That
chair?
thing is solid.
Because it is a well-made chair.
It holds up.
Tom's chilling in his chair again, lean back, feet up on the other couch. You know, he takes the lumbar support out sometimes because he wants that extra little give into the back of the chair.
I stole the lumbar support.
Steve stole the lumbar support to sit in the WWE chairs, which are not comfortable.
But it's a little bit more comfortable with the clutch back support.
The clutch back support. Took the lumbar pillow off and utilized it. I'm sitting in my clutch chair as I always do now.
Yeah.
When I'm streaming, when I'm gaming, this is the chair I do in when we're shooting our videos, guys, because it's mad comfortable. And it helps be able to get through those long days and long nights of editing, all that shit, man. So, shout outs again to our boys at Clutch Chairs for hooking us up with these bad boys. We love them. Chef Tom is speechless right now because he's too comfy.
I'm watching the match. I didn't get to see this, so I'm watching the Fatal 4.
Tom's going highlight match right now. I think Steve could be buying a chair.
Maybe. Never know.
Could be. Which one would you get, Steve? Maybe one of those wrestling branded ones that Clutch Chair has to offer?
So what options do I have?
Well, they got Seth Rollins. They got The Rock, the Macho Man.
Do they have Braun Strowman? Because I'll get a Braun Strowman chair. They probably don't.
They are continuing to develop more. They have a New Day chair.
You know what? Do they have a Steve Austin chair? I can get behind
they
that.
have a Stone Cold Steve Austin chair.
I would get behind a Steve. I'm wearing the Toronto 316 shirt as we
They
speak.
have a phenomenal AJ Styles chair.
But that's your chair. I can't step on your chair.
Ultimate Warrior. They even go into the women. They have a Sasha Banks chair.
There you go.
Good representation. They just keep building up that list, guys. So if you're interested, go check out ClutchChairs.com, ClutchChairs.ca. They have American, they have US site. As I mentioned, they potentially have Europe as well. So if you're listening from there, you might be able to fill an order. Guys, use the promo code MMC, lowercase AVE. That's capital M, capital C, lowercase AVE. That's MMCave to save 15% off your order.
It's pretty legit.
It is legit, and they're awesome.
So on the Strowman wrestling Fatal 4-Way, I just saw...
Do you see him
the
throw him around?
No, I just saw him deny Reigns trying to, clothesline him over the top rope. And he just throws him to the side.
Oh,
so far, okay, that's pretty good.
It's amazing.
That's okay.
Dude, Braun's character has elevated into this massive human being that just throws around everybody, and I love it. This is what monsters are supposed to be. This is what Nia Jax is supposed to be. They're supposed to be like undefeatable. It only took 3 guys to beat him. That's the only reason why he lost the match.
Yeah, it did.
It set up a beautiful match between him and Brock at No Mercy.
They're surely pushing Strowman now.
Yeah, they made the match already.
It's 100% going to happen. Yeah. You're going to let the 2 beasts battle it out.
Okay, there's one table.
Like
there we
Power
go.
slams Brock. Brock Lesnar is not a small dude.
No, he's a very large man.
He is a huge man that he just threw around through 2 tables and then pushed a table on top of the other guy.
It was fantastic. It was a good match.
It was kind of stupid they stretched him out, but I guess they had to because he wasn't going to be in the whole match the whole time anyway.
Yeah, Brock doesn't fight that much. But you know what I did like? Roman Reigns took the pin.
That was surprising. And I loved every second of it.
We joked about the fact that Samoa Joe was only in the match because he was taking the pin. And instead, he did damage. He had a coquina clutch on 5 times?
Yep.
4 times?
Was it 4 times, yeah.
Oh, he just held Lesnar and...
He had on Lesnar, I think multiple twice.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty sure he had on Roman Reigns at least twice.
It on Strowman, though.
Not at all.
Of course.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
Try reaching that.
Yeah, he's going to toss you like the chair.
Your boy Polarbear Steve called it. Brock Lesnar retained. Jeff went on the Roman Reigns bandwagon a little bit. Just because he used no logic. He wanted to... He thought the window was open, but it shut down a little bit.
Well, to lead to the Shield reuniting.
Okay, I just saw the chair toss.
Awesome.
Is that not the best part of the whole night?
We actually gift it on our Twitter because it's just that good, guys.
And here comes the second table smash.
Good. So this is when Vince was having his,
Oh, Vince, the meat
best
was...
time
the meat
ever.
was destroyed. The room was covered. It was exactly what he wanted.
It was everything I wanted the match to be. I wanted it to be the best match. I told everybody this was going to be a very fun match of the whole night, and it lived up to the hype.
Finally.
Yeah.
Finally. Usually
they didn't do anything stupid in the match.
No.
It was all fine.
Yeah. They worked well together. The in-ring...
Tom's loose.
He's still going. He is still going back here.
It's a chair.
Just tossing chairs, man. Yeah, I give the kudos to them. They did work well together. You could really feel that they were on the same page.
I hope that Braun Strowman wins, but I think Lesnar's going to keep it again.
Oh, he will.
Which saddens me because I love Braun Strowman now. You and Nick both tell me I only like Braun Strowman because he destroys Roman Reigns.
That is the main reason why you love him.
He's just so good. Look at how he destroyed Brock Lesnar.
Well, I mean, they're pushing him, right?
I know.
He's getting his time.
He deserves the push. But he deserves it.
I think we're going to see Brock hold it probably as long as they can. Yeah, until his contract's over. So who gets it from there is another question.
Who knows? The big dog, probably.
So that wrapped up SummerSlam.
Yeah, it was an okay show.
All in all, not bad.
Better than a couple other pay-per-views.
I was going to say, they've had a lot worse in recent pay-per-views.
The end made it seem like a Big 4 pay-per-view.
Yeah, it worked its way back up.
The end saved a lot of the beginning hour and a half.
Yeah. So some of the choppiness that kind of went through.
Yeah.
Some questionable matches, questionable choices.
But overall, I think it was a good show.
It was okay. I was happy with it. I left happy, like you said, because that match, couple of good spots.
I went home happy. Very, very happy.
I shut my computer off happily and said, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this. And I think I watched a stream or something or went on and streamed.
Whatever.
I did some editing. You know, guys, you got to multitask it when it comes down to it. We watch
this guy's on the grind, MMC, every day.
We have to grind it, guys. We don't. Your content doesn't come on its own.
It's not just snapping a finger and it just appears.
It takes time. Your boys have to put in the work. We got to get together. We got to shoot these things. We got to edit them. We got to Photoshop. I hope you guys loved our last thumbnail as well.
So when you guys originally told me that he put him through 2 tables, I was expecting like the brown tables.
No.
The announcer table, and then he flips the announcer table. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Lesnar's carted off. He stretched it out. He's done.
Yeah.
But he comes back. He rises above like Roman Reigns.
He rose like Roman. And captured his title back.
Like the Phoenix rising out of Arizona.
Oh, God. Well, so that closed off the pay-per-view.
Yep.
Any big calls for the Raw or SmackDown highlights you want to touch on? I think we talked about most of it.
Bobby Roode is probably the biggest highlight of
Bobby
the whole
Roode
thing.
for the 2 nights. Shelton Benjamin
People
coming
will
back.
say John Cena on Raw, but who gives a crap? He's just going to feud with Roman Reigns.
Yeah, that's coming that side. Miz had a great promo. Shout out to Miz.
Fantastic promo.
He's just saying what the fans are thinking, so it's nice to kind of see it.
Yeah, he
and
always
hear it
gives
live.
that little like half-shoot interview.
Cuts.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah, Hardy Boys and Shield is going to be good. Elias Sampson seems to be getting a small push right now.
Apparently, like Michael Cole is trying to push this guy so hard. I don't get it.
You know what? He actually got applauded.
I know.
For his song at the Barclays Center in New York. So
I don't get it.
I mean, he potentially could be making that mid-card push. Maybe he ends up feuding with The Miz.
Possible.
You know, him and Finn already had it. Unless maybe he goes Bray. Maybe that's Bray's next victim.
Bray helped him win.
I know. And then, like, from a women's perspective
well,
now...
that would be WWE no logic.
Yeah,
so
it could
I
make
can see
sense.
it happen.
Ladies, looks like Bliss and Sasha are going to keep
They'll
going.
go for it again.
Yeah, the others are just going to fight it out. SmackDown had, like, a tag team match.
Natalia and Carmella together, it didn't make any sense.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have one of those turn on at some point.
Yeah, so...
It was okay, guys. There's some good future potential storylines coming up here.
Yep.
Guys, comment below. We want to know from you guys. What are you thinking about the storylines? Did you enjoy SummerSlam? What were your highlights? What were your low points? What did you want to see that never came?
Was my Paul Heyman better this time or was last time?
How was my Finn Balor?
Yeah.
That's
How was Jeff as an Irishman?
That was my first go at it, and I felt pretty good. And
I think it was okay.
I thought it was okay. I thought I almost had it, with my Balor Club shirt on. Like I said, guys, you're going to see all of our shirts start coming out in our podcast pictures because we've been buying like crazy. I have.
You've been buying it
I've been going
every,
ham, man.
Every 2 seconds.
But it's this WWE love coming back around again.
Absolutely.
It's crazy, man. So, guys, like I said, comment below. We want to hear from you guys. Are you guys enjoying the podcast? What else do you want to hear us touch on? We got sports coming back around, obviously, so we're going to be doing the hockey ones again.
I'm excited to get the boys back in for hockey podcast.
Boys back in for hockey. We got Madden NFL season starting very
NFL
soon.
NFL podcast?
And, well, Chef Tom and I did one.
It's a follow-up.
We did one before the draft, or after the draft, sorry. Post-draft, so potentially, we'll get Polarbear Steve back in here, talk about the NFL season. Hi, Polarbear Steve, maybe you should stick around and do some Madden with us, potentially?
I'm kind of down.
Okay, so... Guys, we got some good stuff here. Polarbear Steve continuing his partnership with the show now.
I like it.
Polarbear Steve getting a good role in this MMC joint here, making the commitment to the boys.
Fun times. I'm glad to be around.
Guys, we hope you're loving it. We've been having a great time.
You guys should all have a blast. I have a blast.
Yeah, we hope you guys are loving it, man. I can't speak enough about how this experience has been for us. We'll close out the podcast this way. It's been super cool, man. We are nowhere without you guys, without your viewership, without your comments, your likes. So that leads me to the next one, guys. Make sure you're hitting subscribe. Hit that sub button.
Why aren't you subscribed yet?
Yeah, if you haven't hit it yet, why not?
Just do it.
Go do it.
Doesn't cost anything. It's $0.
$0. Hit those notifications on so you can follow our storylines.
I get them all the time. I go, hey, Jeff's on Twitter. Oh, Jeff posted a new video.
Yeah. Jeff, we're on Twitch. Chef Tom and Jeff are on Twitch right now playing some video games. Oh, what? Their new franchise mode just came out for MLB, which is 30 episodes deep. We've put in some time, guys.
God.
On the cusp of perhaps going for the championship, finally.
For our World Series in year 3.
You gonna get it done?
I think we might be. I don't know. We're pushing.
Are you gonna rise above all of the...
We need to Brock it. We've had 2 years of getting Roman Reigns in. We've gone 2 years of getting close.
We need to rise above the
And now we got to rise above the Yankees, rise above the ALCS, go to the World Series. We got Bryce Harper.
Well,
that was one of our big...
It's Money in the Bank.
You would hope so.
Hopefully it's not Corbin's.
Hopefully not. Hopefully it's Carmella's, which will cash in and win.
Oh, yeah.
But guys, that's going to be the end of episode 12. This is your SummerSlam wrap-up. For me, for the boys, go hit subscribe. Go do it. You'll see it here right at the end. You know where it is, on the side. You got like a little link above too. It tells you to, go check out another video. It might show you the other podcast. It might show you some video game stuff. And like I said, guys, the video games are going to be ramping up right now. It's that time of year.
It's good. It's part of the year.
Too much good stuff coming up.
I know.
So guys, you know what to do. Chef Tom, roll them out.
I'm in the middle of Suplex City right now. Till the next one, boys and girls.
Suplex City.
So, keep it suplexing?
Sure.